You're blown, Joseph.
I love it. You blew it, and I'm blown. Well, I'm blowed. Nobody teaches that, you know? They teach you so you can almost read David Copperfield, and then you realize David talks like a language student. Well, he must have been put in as a sleeper.
Well, you're blowed, Joseph. Your career is over.
Except as a scientist, you mean?
Yes, that's what I mean.
My career as your man at the pool.
Or theirs. Just an observation. The meat at the pool came unstuck this morning. We have to consider you blown as our Joe. The Russians must consider you blown as their sleeper. Either way, your career is over. Which way is perhaps an academic question.
And yet, here you are.
One likes to know what's what.
Oh, you think there's a what's what? You're Joe. Your sleeper, Paul? What's what is for zoologists. Oh yes, definitely a giraffe. But a double agent is not what's what like a giraffe. Double agents is more like trick of the lights.
Joseph.
Look at the edge of the shadow. It is straight like the edge of the wall that makes it. This means light is particles. Little bullets. Bullets go straight. They cannot bend around the wall and hit you. If light was waves, it would bend around the wall a little. Like water bends around a stone in the river.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's what. When you shine a light through a gap in the wall, it's particles. Unfortunately, when you shine the light through two little gaps, you don't get a particle pattern, you get a wave pattern, like for water. The two beams of light mix together, and
Joseph, I want to know if you're ours or theirs. That's all.
I'm telling you, but you're not listening. Now we come to the exciting parts. We will watch the bullets to see how they make waves. It's not difficult, the apparatus is simple. So we look carefully and we see the bullets one at a time. Some go through one gap and some go through the other gap. No problem. Now we come to my favorite parts. The wave pattern has disappeared. It's become particle pattern once again.
Alright. Why?
Nobody knows. Somehow, light is continuous and also discontinuous. The experimenter makes the choice. You get what you interrogate for. And you want to know if I'm a wave or a particle. Every month at the pool, I and my friend Georgie exchange material. When the experiment is over, you have a result. I'm your Joe, but they also have a result. Because you have put in my briefcase enough information to keep me credible as a Russian sleeper, activated by my KGB control, which is what Georgie thinks he is. So naturally, he gives me enough information to keep me credible as a British Joe. Frankly, I can't remember which side I'm supposed to be working for, and it is not in fact necessary for me to know.
It wasn't Georgie today.
No?
No, it was different today.
Today you decide to look. Why was that?
Some of your research has turned up in Moscow. Real secrets, not briefcase stuff. That's what the American said, roughly.
The one shaving.
Ben Waits, CIA. You'd appreciate him. He makes waves with the Smith & Wesson.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Causing trouble is nothing new. This thing with you is trouble, though. Oh yes, if the evil empire has a tap into you, that's quite another ballroom, as Waits put it.
Ball game, I think.
I assure you it wasn't. Ballpark anyway. Waits flies in and says, "I've come from Washington to help you." How about Kerner for a start? Do we know anything about Joseph Kerner? Well, we do as a matter of fact. He's Russian from Kaliningrad. The Russians put him in as a sleeper years ago, but we turned him round, and now he's really working for us. They only think he's working for them.
What did he say?
He said you guys.
Poor Paul. What happened at the pool?
Waits wanted us to abort the meet and put you through the mangle, but Mrs. Hapgood insisted you were straight, and she wanted to keep the channel open. She made Waits an offer. She duplicated the contents of your briefcase. So now we had everything twice, in 2 briefcases. Ridley showed up before you at the pool.
What's a mangle?
I'm trying to tell you what happened at the pool.
You already did. Your Mr. Ridley delivered to my Russian control, and I delivered where Ridley put his towel. Quite nice. If I'm putting something extra in my briefcase, you get it all back.
That sort of thing.
Was there something extra in my briefcase?
No. There was something missing. The computer disk was there, but the films were gone.
A puzzle.
Now we come to the exciting part. Waits had booby-trapped your briefcase. He sprayed the inside with an aerosol can, like radioactive deodorant. Did you ever hear of such a thing?
An isotope solution. So if I open the briefcase, I give a Geiger reading.
Yes. Waits shakes your hand, and he has a counter which goes on the wrist and looks like a Rolex. We're working with the people who tried to kill Castro with an exploding cigar. It's a joke shop.
So did I give a Geiger reading?
No.
Oh, good.
We also had a bleep in your briefcase.
A bleep?
A radio transmitter.
Oh, a bug. Oh, sorry. A bleep in my briefcase. Go on.
Waits tracked the signal all the way to the meet. There, the signal died, and the transmitter went missing from the briefcase, which nobody opened. The job was done by Mr. Nobody.
Well, I'm blown. Blow me for a monkey's uncle. Can I say that?
I would avoid it. Any thoughts, Joseph?
Mr. Nobody put something extra in my briefcase. Then he found out my delivery was going to be intercepted, so he had to take it out again.
But why remove our rolls of film? He'd only have to take out what he put in, and we'd be none the wiser.
Obviously because he put in a roll of film, and they all look the same. So he took them all.
Obviously. By the way, do you know anything about twins?
Twins?
That was the other thing today. It wasn't Georgie. It was twins. Yes, that's my favorite bit too. Give it some thought, will you?
Ah, yes. But excuse me, now it is time for the feeding of the seals.